Hello, hello. Welcome back to Lizzie Bites Games. We are continuing to chew on Heistgeist, a game that demands a German accent, but don't worry, I won't subject you to that. This is a deck builder with a really strong narrative, and we have gotten up to the point we have our first minion recruit partner, and we have a clubhouse on his boat where he has given us a place to hide. Lots of bad people are after us. And we now want to go in and find out what is going to happen next. What will the next heist be? This gentleman has a little exclamation point over his head, so I'm going to assume that's next. We will talk to Karel.
Hey, I've been looking into that ledger you found aboard the Franz Josef, trying to dig up more about those dodgy containers.
I'm listening.
Just for argument's sake, let's say the prototype miraculously found its way into Istro City, aboard some bizarre ship you stumbled upon entirely by chance.
Yeah, as long as we don't have anything better, let's roll with that assumption.
So, if that were the case, it's not entirely crazy that whoever made off with the prototype would try to fence it through someone like Maximilian Luxemburg.
Who's this Luxembourg guy, anyway? I've heard the name and seen some pics online, but he doesn't strike me as a big-shot mobster.
Well, you see, Maxi is a special kind of animal, posing as a celebrity, philanthropist, patron of the arts, and such. Guy claims he's part of the nobility.
And is he?
He bought that title the same way he did that castle he lives in. The fact is, he's a money launderer, arms dealer, and a fence, all wrapped up in his own ego. Anyway, he's hosting a gala evening with a vernissage and auction at the castle in 6 days.
Which sounds like the perfect front for a major exchange to go down. We need to get in there.
Precisely.
Let's not forget that 3 of those containers were shipped to Mechanica. Shouldn't we be pursuing that lead?
Oh, most definitely. But I'd rather we exhaust all other options before making the move against one of the most ruthless megacorps in town.
Yeah, that's a valid point. Okay, so if we followed the Luxembourg lead, what would be our next step?
Whatever precious cargo he had shipped from Venice, it'll most likely be stored in his castle vault.
I see. So we're breaking into a vault then?
Yeah, about that. Listen, I've been thinking, we're a little out of our depth here.
Can't argue with that, I suppose. But I got a feeling I'm not gonna like where this is going.
Sasha, I think we need more people.
No, not a chance. We've already pulled the captain into this mess. I'm not risking anyone else dying because of me.
No one is going to die. You will if you try to storm that castle with just your glowy butter knives.
Oh, thank you so much for the unwavering faith you have in me.
I'm being serious. We need to bring in a hacker, maybe some muscle, and a couple more reliable people. I don't see how we're pulling this off otherwise.
We're on a rather tight schedule and budget. Plus, you know how risky it is to bring more people in.
All right then. It's your operation. So, how are we getting into that vault?
Well, we will... Okay. Maybe having a proper hacker wouldn't hurt.
Huh, see? Now that you finally got some sense, let's throw some names on the table.
I guess you pick whichever one you think is coolest. Let's do the person we've worked with before.
What about Mirage? He was pretty good.
Oh, he got caught all right. Vortex busted him in Budapest a month ago. He got his sister Mouse, was it? What about her?
Mousy? No way. She hates my guts and tried to shoot me the last time I saw her. Would you mind dropping Ricky a call?
Nah, I heard she's out of the game.
Oh, dead?
Nah, fate worse than that. Gone legit. Working for the Corpos now.
Okay. 0?
Retired. He flatlined for 3 minutes straight on his last job. Lost the edge.
Guess the team could use someone like Ghostwalker.
Yeah, he turned out to be some kind of rogue AI.
Oh, that makes some of my past conversations with him quite awkward. Honestly, I'm out of ideas. Don't think anyone would be exactly thrilled to work with us. Did you have someone specific in mind?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I did. I need to make some calls. Let's meet in Riviera tomorrow at 6. And trust me, Sasha.
Haven't gotten me killed so far.
Alright, so our to-do list has been updated with meet up with Carol. This thing is glowing like in the middle of the screen like it's going to do something eventually, but it's not right now. Alright, so character screen deck builder. One thing that I noticed was I don't have an awful lot of B cards. Modify card. You can be modified. You can just go straight down to deal 4 damage. Power charge or rapid charge. I don't like the complicated ones. I'm gonna change you. You can modify your cards and then you can revert the modification and switch it to the other one, which is kind of cool. That's fine. Rapid charge, sloppy pass up, strong uppercut. Heal 2 HP to self for the rest of the turn. Anytime you play a card, lose 2 HP, but gain focus. I'm gonna skip out on you unless and until there's an upgrade that makes you not screw around with me. So you have 21 cards in the deck. Patch up. Alright. Where are my B cards? Defense. No, wait, go back. I wanted to keep you. Oh, I see. I had 2 of them. Oh, I had 3 of them. Did I? That's weird. Ah. Combo A also heal 1 to self. Alright, you can stay. There's a bunch of you there. What does this modification do? We reverse that, deal 2 damage or deal 1 damage and instead deal 3. Let's do the reliable follow through. Although, wait a minute, you were a 0. I like 0 cards. I like 0 type cards. Alright, I have 21 out of 20. If I get rid of... Ooh, you're fun. Alright, let's do... Where are you? Follow through. Let's click 1 off and add that in, deal 3 damage. Pommel hit deals 1 damage. That's expensive. Quick hit deals 2 damage. Slow blade ignores. Alright, you look like you might be something that I could do. Alright, deal 2 damage, also draw a card. No, you're already in there. I think what I want to be doing is looking at things that I don't have a lot in there. Focus body. What was your modification? Starts off with focus, gain and discard a card, gain and discarded card. Oh yeah, we want you, because you don't have to, yeah, and then I don't have to discard a card, and if I combo it, I get a heal. Interesting. I wonder if you have to... This is interesting. If this gets played after a C card, you don't have to discard a card. That's fun because it kind of loops it back around, because at the moment you go A, B, C, and then you have to start over again with A, there's no combo that takes you from C back to A, but this one would. If I maybe lose one of the shields. Yeah. Let's maybe downgrade you. Oh, but that gets me back to having a lot of A's. Or a lot of more A's than B's. Although I seem to have... Let's add you back in. There we go. It still seems a bit lopsided to me, but what you gonna do? Alright, save changes. So that's card, the black market, buy new cards or cyberware. Ah. So I could get some more. How much money do I have? Quite a bit of money, actually. Buy cyberware, increases HP by 5. That would be very useful. Start each combat with 3 shield. Ooh. Honestly, I think my HP is well... No, his shields... That you start each combat means start each round, but then once it's gone... No, that's another game. This game, I think you hold your shield as long as you're not getting hit. I think I'm gonna go for the HP. And then see if I can save up for that. Alright. We don't need to talk to Louise again, cute as the dog is. We want to go back to the cafe.
Sasha, hey! This is Zoya, our new potential intern. Zoya, meet Alexandra.
Hi. I imagined someone
Older.
more hardened.
Mr. Spajek told me about your situation and that you need someone with special skills.
The Grid Runner, teenage cyber witch. Yeah,
Please,
she
call me
looks it.
Carl. This is a safe space. We can speak plainly here. We need a grid runner, hacker, computer wizard. You get my meaning.
Oh, I've been running the grid since I was 5. I'm very reliable. I write my own programs. I have my own gear. So what's the, angle?
I need to get something of value from the castle vault, and I need it quick. We're looking for someone to disable the security and crack the locks.
That will be quite high-level wear. I can do that, but we will need some special equipment.
How special?
Random shifting pattern Codebreaker. Doesn't need to be anything too fancy.
Karel?
Yeah, I'm on it.
As for the pay, you get 2K up front and the cut is 5%, which is a lot.
4K upfront, 7% cut, and I keep all the tech we get on the way. Then you have a deal.
6%, and we'll talk about the tech, and I'm counting on you to deliver Miss...
Cherniak.
Cherniak? Like Babka Cherniak? The Vidma?
Yeah, she's my grandma. Why? Does that change the deal in any way?
I mean, it might. If anything goes south, I'll end up as a borscht ingredient. I have enough problems already. I don't know. Karel, do you have anyone else we could talk to?
No, please, listen. I'll take your 6%. Or 5. We can share the tech, whatever you say. I really want this job. Please.
I guess beggars can't be choosers. All right, but you'll stay as far from the heat as possible. Pack your gear and we'll pick you up at 10. Make sure you're not followed.
Yes! Thank you, you won't regret it.
I sure hope so.
All right, so we have a cyber wizard now. Let's talk to Karel.
So how are we looking with the prep for the castle heist?
Yeah, turns out our new hacker prodigy was right. We can't get past the vault locks without a decent codebreaker. So I did some digging, made some calls, and I believe I found a codebreaker that fits Zoya's specs.
Are we going to buy it? We're not exactly swimming in cash right now.
Yeah, not really. See, it's not exactly a common tool, and it's highly illegal to have it, unless you are a private army or a security corp. Luckily for us, there should be a decommissioned military-grade codebreaker stored safely in one of the Yggdrasil archives here in the city. With a few updates and a bit of Zoya's magic, it should be up to snuff.
If it's such a sensitive piece of tech, how does something like that end up in an archive of all places?
Yeah, corpos dealing with military contracts or high-end security use them for all kinds of stuff. But if a company like that would happen to go bankrupt, all of its assets get frozen. They are then securely stored until all the legal settlements take place. Sometimes that can take years.
I see. So there's this old codebreaker just chilling somewhere gathering dust?
The paper trail, so to speak, can be traced to the archives, and there are no other records mentioning it since. So it's safe to assume that our codebreaker is still lying there, abandoned and forgotten.
Well, we better get him a new home then. Any thoughts about how we should approach this? Do we have the building schematics by any chance?
Yeah, Yggdrasil archives consist of 3 buildings. The site underwent some renovation mid-2030s. My source got me the schematics that should be almost up to date. We're in luck, as our target should be in the main building with the lowest security. It even has a 24/7 public section and study rooms.
So we're talking automated security measures, few guards, low-level firewalls, stuff like that?
Yeah, that's about it. But still, some pretty sensitive data is stored there. So once you trigger the alarm, the whole place will light up like a Christmas tree.
Understood. I'll take a look at the schematics and try to put a plan together. Good work, Karel. I'll go stretch my legs a little, then we can go over the plan.
Yeah, Sasha, one more thing.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Well, the Yggdrasil archives are a remote data vault, pretty much cut off from the outside world. Without direct access, we can't tell what exactly is stored in there or where it is.
And you think that's gonna be trouble?
Not necessarily. However, our hacker girl might need to get more involved than we originally planned.
Care to elaborate?
I think it'll be best if you talk to her. You know, get to know her better and such.
Okay then.
All right, so we have a new little friend over here on the screen. And we need to talk to Zoya and then go to the Ghost in the Machine heist. All right,
Hi,
let's
Zoya.
talk to Zoya.
Hey, Alex.
Settling in all right? Got everything you need?
Yeah, thanks. Chapa provided me with this exclusive space here and helped me get everything set up. I used to crash in prefabs in the flooded parts of the city, so this is definitely cozy enough.
And Babka Cherniak allowed something like that?
Well, she has 12 grandchildren and a lot to take care of. And she's all about tough love and finding your own place in the world. But yeah, she was pissed when she found out.
Is she okay with you being here? She knows, right?
Oh, she knows all right. There's no way in hell I could join a team like yours without her vetting you first.
Oh, I see.
She voiced some concerns, But I'm my own person, and I guess you look like a cool bunch of people.
Hope we won't disappoint. Both of you. So what do you think about this archive heist?
I think it's super cool. Once I'm inside, we can steal much more than just an old codebreaker. It's like robbing a shopping mall.
Easy there, kid. What do you mean once you're inside? You're going nowhere. You'll stay here on the boat.
I will. Well, I mean, the whole place is physically isolated from the grid. You need to be on site to find the exact location of the package. Also, you can't download it without having direct access to the server, so you would have to be in 2 places at once or move very quickly around the building or something. What's more, it's an Yggdrasil site, so we can assume the grid security will be quite advanced there, which may turn out to be too much even for someone with your abilities. And I can help with that. I thought that stuff like this is why you wanted me on the team in the first place.
Yeah, but you have 0 experience in the field. And should anything happen to you?
Alex, I get it, but I can take care of myself. And you can't really do this one with me sitting on the sidelines.
Shit. Okay, I'll try to think of something.
All right. So the next step is go to the heist. And it is on the map. The map is zoomed out. Job overview. The plan is to infiltrate the secure data center to retrieve the codebreaker. Zoya, disguised as an environmental sciences student, will enter the grid via a public terminator. A public terminator. I've been watching a lot of 80s movies. Zoya, disguised as an environmental sciences student, will enter the grid via a public terminal to locate the codebreaker. Alex will access the restricted area where valuable assets are stored. All right, let's start the mission. This sounds familiar.
Our
I
target
think
is
this
a decommissioned codebreaker stored on one of the servers in the Yggdrasil archives. To get our hands on it, we need to infiltrate the restricted area in the upper levels and download it manually.
The problem is that each server is isolated and accessible only through a dedicated terminal. So we need to pinpoint the exact server with our goods on it first.
And how are we gonna do that when we can't access the grid from the outside?
That's where you come in, Zoya. You will enter the public section posing as a student of environmental sciences. Using a forged ID, you register for membership access to the study rooms.
Yes! And I will use the study terminal there to hack into the registry and locate the codebreaker. Got it.
Right. Meanwhile, I'll make my way into the restricted area in the upper levels, where the servers are located. I download the stuff, hit the elevator down, and no one will be the wiser.
I should be able to access their security systems from the same terminal. I can clear the way for you.
But both of you be extra careful. If anything, and I mean anything, smells fishy, you run for the exit. Capiche?
Yes, don't worry, I'll be careful.
Right, that's all. Any questions? Good. We leave in 30.
I was saying, this seems familiar. I think this was part of the demo, which is interesting because this would have been what sold me on the game originally, the gameplay. All right, so we need to choose possible fight or possible window entry, which may already lead to a fight. Meanwhile, Zoya mostly just goes into the reception area. Go ahead and get her started. Student membership. Entering the lobby, Zoya takes a deep breath. This is your chance. Don't screw it up. So, show the clerk your forged ID card. The lethargic clerk took the slightly worn, though less than 2 hours old, polycarbonate ID card and began filling out the registration form. Zoya answered all the routine questions right until he casually asked about her field of study. Oh, they told us this, environmental sciences, or something like that. Let's go with that. Zoya tried to remedy the situation by explaining her term paper on the effects of the climate crisis on social development in the 2030s. The clerk, wearing a dull smile of somebody earning 8 creds an hour, handed her the card and wished her a pleasant evening. She gave a sheepish smile and avoided direct eye contact as she took the card, praying her laps hadn't blown their cover. All right, so she can go on to the study room. Zoya surveyed the study room, mapping out the camera positions and potential exits. The desks were mostly empty. Once she found a suitable console with a clear view of her surroundings, she settled into her seat. Buy the membership card. She quickly ran multiple search scripts to mask her primary activity and fabricate a convincing log. With that done, she linked her deck to the terminal. Start grid running. All right, there's more of a tutorial for the hacking. This is a new type of node that cannot be destroyed or captured. You can target this node with any of your cards and move them to your garbage. Okay. That's this one here. And your garbage is played cards. Once your deck is empty, the garbage is shuffled. So they don't vanish forever, they just go away. So I am trying to get here, first of all. Needs to be lowered to 0 or less. That's the thing to keep an eye on in the hacking game, is that some of them have to hit precisely 0 in order for anything to happen, whereas some are a little fuzzier. All right, but the first one here is 5, and it can be pretty much anything. Damage a node for 2. Damage for 1, and then add another 1 when the turn goes over. Alright, so let's do you. Let's do you. Damage a node for 3. Alright, so this can be played on this without any problem, and then that will open up these two. Alright, let's do you. Now this will do 1, and then when it rolls over next, it'll take it down 1. And that'll take it to exactly 0, so that's fine. This one, I think you want to use as many cards as you can on each turn. You can't draw more cards unless that's the perk of the card. So this is end turn. All right, this is open, so we're working on this one in the center that gets us to our goal. So, damage the node for 1, damage all revealed reconfigured nodes directly connected for 1. That's interesting. Maybe you're an interesting one? Or maybe we... Oh, when you roll over, it'll tell you what the outcome's going to be. Right, that's actually quite clever. So that kind of pre-takes that. And then this can just be captured. And since you are down to 1... Alright. My objective is complete, but I could keep hacking. Target your home node and draw 2 programs. Alright, so that got all of the nodes. There's nothing else really to do. So we're gonna go ahead and jack out. All right, so it looks like that has done what it needs to. So I'm gonna go back to Alex and let's do choice. Garage entrance seems too exposed. Ground level windows were reinforced and securely locked, but the first floor windows seemed far more inviting. Look for an open window. Well, but Alex found a partially open window. Perhaps an employee had taken a secret smoke break. The drone detected her presence immediately. See, yeah. Alright, you have no shield and 15 points. Alright, so you do 3, and you would combo with this. Let's do you first. Oh, you have a shield. What I need then is that card that ignores shields. Alright, you gain 2 shield, that's fine. You do 4 damage, you do 1 shield, also draw a card. But you're free, so you're free. I can either give myself a shield. They're gonna do a special attack. Let's see if I can get rid of your shield entirely. Oh, I don't have any more cards. I don't have any more points. Action points, so end turn. Okay. Now you have payback and you've given me what is essentially poison. Alright. But you will get rid of that poison next round and you will get rid of the payback next round. Your shield is still there. Let's just do defense. I want to keep as many cards as possible though. So this means I don't have to discard a card. No, it was comboed. You suck, game. Now I have lots of action points, but I don't want to play them because I'd have to take a hit. Well, I have a shield, so with this, will payback go through it? I will not. And now, but you still have payback. But I still have shield, and I'm comboed, so... Okay. It's the end of my turn. slow. How, you little rubber, you took my stuff. Do with that heal, but I don't want to deal with the bleed that comes with that, so let's just do you. Alright, we have one more. I can do 3 damage, or I can do 4 damage. Or you do 2 damage. Let's hold off on you. I suspect the one I'm gonna find is that every time I do anything, my hit rate goes up. And you poisoned me again, you silly thing. You only need to do 2. My danger level goes up. Alright, that's not too bad. Alright, so you can't seem to go anywhere until she's got... I thought I hacked you already. Oh, there were 2 hacks. Alright, well. Let's see, you need to be exactly 0. Alright, let's do you, because that's, simple math. Alright, unlock your security. Honestly, I think it's probably good to do both, but... Alright, let's do you. And you. And so you'll roll over next time. You can be hammered. Target the node for 2, damage the node for 1. You're gonna roll over. Okay, let's do you and you, and then end turn. Be mindful of this countdown because it will nail you. Alright, you need to be exactly 0 and you need to be exactly 0. You might be complicated. Alright. Actually. Alright, so you and you. Okay, so I've gained access to the grid. We got what we came for, and we did the other one as well. So, objective complete, security zone unlocked. You can switch back to Alex. Restricted area, possibly garden. And then there's a conversation, and then a checkpoint. And a healing opportunity. Alright, let's do the fight. We're not too far down. Alright, you are 15, you are 25. You're gonna hit me. These drones are kind of obnoxious, so let's get rid of that as soon as possible. You also heal. Alright. You're free. Don't do much because of the shield, but it's me a shield. Last of the shield, and I have enough to do you. And that will give me payback. We didn't get rid of his special attack this time around, but that should give itself payback. You suck. And give itself. Poisoned me. Alright. You don't have any shield left. Hold off on the healing. I guess maybe if I just start working from right to left. Do first that. Payback. Okay. Now because I'm comboed, I should give a little bit of a shield after I'm hit. Now I'm low enough to appreciate the patch up. Alright. Okay, this'll work. The payback wiped out my shield, but I did some damage. You're gonna... Let's hit you. And discard, but I don't have anything to discard. Let's just end turn and save that for next time. Oh, it stole one of my cards. Oh well. I didn't like that card anyway. Alright. Do the A's and then the B's. Let's start off with you. Well, you're free. Stand at you. Now, 2 damage, deal 1 damage. I kind of want to wait until after this little friend has lost his payback. And neither of you gives me a shield. I'm just gonna have to take the hit. Alright. an A. You deal the most damage. I don't... Oh, you're the B over here. Okay, so let's do A, B, C. Let's cut you down. Nothing combos with a C, so... You're both free. Yeah. Let's just chip damage you until... That's all you got. So... You... I don't have any action points. I was so busy shielding. Oh, you're a 2 card. That's okay. Alright, I got a card, which is called Slow Blade, and I got some money. So the Slow Blades are actually pretty useful. So if we come in here, we get rid of one of you, and we find our friend the Slow Blade and add you in, because they ignore the shield and they give shield if you do them right. So my danger level has increased. Alright, check in with Zoya.
Okay, Zoya. I'm inside the restricted zone. What's your status?
Hey, hi. So, I managed to get into the public study room more or less without problems, and I found myself a nice little console away from prying eyes.
You said more or less without problems? What do you mean by that? Zoya, if you think you've been made, we have to abort. It's not worth the risk.
No, I'm fine, really. No worries. Besides, we need this thing. We may not have another chance like this.
All right. But at the first sight of trouble, you let me know, okay?
Roger that.
Have you managed to find where our target might be stored?
Still working on it. I'm drowning in data streams here. There's just so much to sort through, but don't worry, I'll find it. Eventually.
But it is here, right?
Well, I mean, it should be if the intel was good. It's just the matter of finding the right server. But you should definitely try to make your way to the top floors. Sensitive stuff like this would be stored there.
Understood. Keep me updated. And be careful. But also, hurry up. I can't be seen wandering door to door here until we locate the damn thing.
Alright, so we have a choice. Oh no, we have a restricted area. And then we have an opportunity to patch your wounds. And then a no intel, and then we hit the next padlock. Alright, let's do one more node. Ah, the security console. You can check the console, you can check the desk drawers. Or you could check the weapons cabinet. Let's do the console. Signed and logged in. Whoever forgot to sign out might come back soon. Several alerts about her recent movements. With a few simple commands, she deleted the records to cover her track. Danger level decreased by 2. Wasn't sure whether to poke around some more or take her leave before she attracted unwanted attention. I'm gonna take a risk on this one. Her instinct paid off. She came across a visitor ID badge, the kind issued for one-time access to private data storage. This could come in handy. She was interrupted by the arrival of 2 guards. Yeah. So I reduced my risk, and this will probably increase my risk. Alright, you're going to do something special, but you are kind of a weenie, and neither of you, well, you have a shield. Weenie does not, so... So let's start off with you. Combo with B. Should draw a card. We do. A. Deal 3 damage. Combo with B. Should do 4 damage. Give me a card. Yep. Are you coming with B? No. Do I have enough? No. Alright, you have haste. You have all sorts of things next turn, but I'm gonna get it this turn. So let's go ahead and hit you because you have a shield. Put up a shield. You could be run. Out of points, and this combo will work pretty well next time. So, make the hits. Right, so, do I have something that will take you down that far? Maybe. Let's try to be clever. Right, this one says if it eliminates the enemy, heal 3 HP. And you are comboing with a B, and so that will heal me even further. Nice. You still have shield. I don't have any payback, so... Let's see if we can just get rid of your shield. End turn. So, you definitely want to have as much shield as possible on this. So you... That gave me a point, but it didn't really do me much good. So this will heal me 1 point. No more actions to be taken. anything here that heals? No. We're after a B card. Let's do you first. Combo with an A. You combo with it. B. Now, one of you two. 3 or 4. That's 90 for you. He's gonna hit. I'm gonna regret this. Alright, anybody who heals. Let's do some damage. Let's do our shield. Let's do our big finisher. And we've got that in place. You should finish him off. Alright, we got some money. And we have the ID card. Yes. So we'll heal. And we will patch up our wounds. And we will push on. No intel. And then a fight. I think I'm going to leave it here for today. Because we're starting to get a little deeper. I think what's going to happen is next she's going to have to move on. Opportunity to search the registries. And then there's a hacking mini game. Which may give us some intel for some of this stuff. And then there's a choice. Sometimes what happens is you get to the top of the grid or the top of the map, and then it demonstrates a new area opens up, and so new lines. So you can plot ahead a little bit, but not all the way to the end sometimes. I'm going to go ahead and exit to menu. This will drop me back into the midst of the heist, which I like because then you don't have to run the whole thing all at once. Yeah, this is going to be good. We're going to get to the next one. We're going to see how deep it goes. Estimated time to ending is about 20 hours, which was a little surprising to me, but the gameplay is very engaging. So we will come back next time, and until then, thanks for watching.